Greetings, people. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. I have to do this episode so quick because I just received, some disturbing information concerning this unrepented wolf in sheep's clothing called Paul Eneche and his wife, unholy wife called Becky. I posted a post about him and then I was referring to him as a shameless wolf in sheep's clothing, and most of his gullible followers, they did not take it light. You shall know them by their fruits. By their fruits you shall know them. The Eneches are disguised charlatans. They don't have the love of Christ in them. They have so much hate. They have so much cruelty. They are just disguising to the public, smiling, pretending as if they are holy people. The only thing that they want is to buy your affection. When they buy your affection, the next thing that you will do to dip into your pockets and give them money. They live a very lavish lifestyle. Yet 99% of their congregants, they are living below the poverty datum line. The moment you see a pastor richer than all his congregants, then you must know this is a jackal. This is not a man of God. These men are cruel people. This is one thing you do not understand. They disguise in front of you by smiling, by acting all lovey-dovey, pretending to care for the people. They don't care about anyone. They'll go an extra mile to destroy people that stand in their way. These are devil incarnates. Eneche is nothing near to anything of Christ. He does not represent the body of Christ. He has no attributes of a kingdom citizen. Eneche fakes miracles. He buys crashes and pretends to be healing people. Eneche has no power of healing. I don't know how many times I have to stress this. And I'm sorry, I don't care about your emotions and your feelings. The truth will set you free. And the truth is standard. And we shall not compromise when it comes to the truth. These men are jackals. All of them, from Oyedepos, Adeboyes, they have nothing of God. If they had an element of Christ in them, they would not let Eneche and the wife abuse this brother called Ada. They wouldn't do that. Where is Christ in this? Where is love in this? If you can see a couple, Eneche and Becky, coming together to try abuse and accuse an innocent man for a crime that he did not commit, simply because they want to get rid of him. Where is the love of Christ in that? Where is the love of Christ in that? Now they are charging the guy. They are harassing the guy. Remember, the people that we are dealing with here, they have a very huge financial capacity. If they want you to be guilty, you'll be guilty. If they want to buy victims to testify against you, they can do it. This is Nigeria we are talking about. They are accusing this guy of having committed a sexual harassment, misconduct back in the days, a year, 2 years ago. And after he did what they are saying he did, they are coming again to the table with him to negotiate with him. To say, listen, let's negotiate a soft landing for you. This is what we are going to do. We are going to relieve you from your authority or from the position that you are currently holding. And we are going to write a good recommendation for you. The one that is guilty of molestation, of rape. I'm the wife's pastor. I'm going to organize a soft landing for you. I'll write a good recommendation for you, the offender, so that you can go and look for employment somewhere else and be admitted somewhere else. And whenever they call us asking for our recommendation, we'll say good things about you. People, connect the dots here. Becky is unholy. Becky is unrepentant. If this guy called Ada is really guilty, why would they negotiate a soft landing for him? If they have evidence that is pointing to Ada having committed the crime that they are accusing him of, why are they not presenting it? Now what they have is just a victim. It's going to be the word of the victim against Ada. This is an innocent man that is being prosecuted for a crime that he did not commit. The one that they are accusing of having molested these young girls is the one that engaged the police initially and went to the police and reported that I'm being accused of something that I did not do. His only cry is, before you relieve me of any responsibility from your church, please clear my name. I don't want to live the rest of my life with my children thinking that I'm a rapist, thinking that I'm a molester. That's all his cry. Because Eneche and his wife Becky, they peddled this narrative, this propaganda, that Ada was caught on a video footage molesting a young woman, a young girl, a school child who is 14 years old. A 14-year-old child was caught, was seen being molested by Ada, being sexually abused by Ada, one of their principal, one of their teachers. And they have this on record according to them. This is the evidence that they have against Ada. According to them, according to Becky, there's a recording of Becky attesting to this, that Ada, we saw you, a video footage cannot lie. We saw you molesting this young lady on footage. Where is that footage? Where is the footage? Where is the evidence of such conduct? Let's say, Becky, you have the evidence. Why do you want to write a recommendation? Why are you negotiating with a child molester? Why are you doing that? In your normal senses, from a point of integrity, why are you having a deal with someone who's guilty of molestation? Why are you willing to go to the extra mile of negotiating a soft landing for Ada, yet you know that he is abusive to young girls? Why are you doing that, Becky? Are you not ashamed of yourself as a so-called pastor's wife? You are a disgrace. You are a disgrace to all the other wives of pastors out there. If you can take someone that you're accusing of having molested a young lady, and you want to negotiate a soft landing for that person, and you're willing to write a good recommendation for that person to go and be employed somewhere else where there are kids who might fall victim to him as well. Becky, you are a disgrace. And I say this without fear, without compromise. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade, together with your husband, Paul Eneche. Am I insulting these people? I'm not. I'm describing them. That's their character. That is their character. Now they are suing Ada for sexual harassment. And they have this 14-year-old girl who's probably 16 now, whom they are saying was abused by Ada. Where's the footage? Where is the footage that implicates Ada of having committed this crime? If Ada was really guilty of this offense, could he have engaged lawyers? Could he have gone to the police? Could he be demanding for justice in this public domain, knowing for sure that he did this crime? But these are people with power and money. If they want you to be guilty, you will be guilty. But we shall not allow such madness and injustice to happen in the church of God by these bandits, these criminals that are pretending, imposters that are lying that they are of God, they have the love of Christ. Yet behind the scenes, they are setting people up. Yet behind the scenes, they are sending their unholy wives to negotiate soft landing deals so that Ada would withdraw the case. Because Ada is suing them for defamation of character. That how can you say I did this? How can you illegally dismiss me without due cause, without probable cause, without any probable reason of dismissal? You can't just wake up and say, Ada, you are relieved because we have you on footage, on camera. A CCTV camera caught you molesting a young lady. You can't do that. And you can't show me the proof. And if he was really guilty, would you engage his lawyers? Would he go to report? Remember, it's not Eneche and the wife that reported him. It's him instead that went and reported them, that they are accusing him of something that he did not commit. That's what they are doing. They don't have a single shred of evidence of their allegations. Becky is lying through her teeth. Go scroll through my profile, you see the video of Becky, a recording of Becky negotiating with Ada. That listen, you will not go tell your lawyer to withdraw this case because you will not win it. If you are going to sue us for defamation of character, we don't have any money to give you. If you are going to proceed with this case, it's not going to end well. Let's negotiate a soft landing for you so that you can be dismissed with benefits, so that we can disengage you with benefits. You are entitled to benefits. But if you go on with this court case, you will not get any benefits. That's what Ada was saying. Sorry, that's what Becky was saying to Ada. The level of wickedness in the church of God today is alarming and is disturbing. Now they have saved the guy. He's supposed to appear in court. He's appearing in court tomorrow for sexual harassment. This is the court notice. This is the court order that Ada received from the High Court that Eneche and the wife are pushing for. Let's read it through. So this is the court order that was sent to Ada and is supposed to appear in court tomorrow. It reads, in the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in the Abuja Judicial Division, holding at Abuja. It reads, count 1, that you, Eneche Daniel Ada, in what? I'm 39. On about 15/04/2021, at about 21:15 hours, at the school premises of Destiny Christian Academy Airport Road, FCT, Abuja, within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, did sexually harass 1 or 2-year Deborah Miracle, aged 14 years, by touching and caressing her breast and other sexual parts, and you thereby committed an offense contrary to Section 32(1) and punishable under Section 32(2) of the Child Right Act, LFN 2003. So this is the court order that Ada received from the High Court of the Federal Capital of Abuja. So my question is, if Becky has evidence, if they really have evidence, because what they are just going to do is to bring this young poor lady, this young poor girl, to come and testify, but they will not produce any evidence. Because Ada and his wife, they are confident that Ada is innocent, did not commit such crime. I received another message from the wife as well, and she is also concerned, and she's confident that my husband is not guilty of this. And this is what the wife had to say in the text that she sent me earlier. Good day, sir. My name is Gift Eneche Ada. I am Eneche Daniel Ada's wife, the one who was unlawfully sacked by poor Eneche and his people. I want to sincerely appreciate you for lending your voice for the voiceless, sir. We do not take it for granted. After Eneche and his people persuaded my husband to accept the crime and withdraw the case, and he refused, they have gone ahead to sue him for sexual harassment, sir. This is coming a year later. My husband is to be arraigned at a court in Abuja tomorrow. We are not scared of going to the court case. We are innocent. But my worry is we do not know who they must have settled. That is the biggest worry when we have to face diabolic men like Eneche. We don't know who they have paid. We don't know who they have bribed. They have all the money. Who's Ada? Is the judge going to be concerned about Ada's case? When he has received 10 million naira, when he has received 20 million naira, doesn't matter what you did or what you did not do. If they want you to be guilty, you will be guilty. But now let's question poor Eneche's and his wife Becky's integrity. How can they stoop so low to accuse a man who's innocent simply because they want to get rid of him? Simply because they have this fear that this man has seen a lot. This man knows a lot. This man has been with us for a long time. And this man is a little bit rebellious, or he does not agree with some certain ways of conduct within our shrine. So the best way for us to release him is to implicate him with a crime. And this was all planned. That's why they started accusing him. That's why they dismissed him. And after they dismissed him, they gave him an option, 2 options. That, listen, Ada, we want you to leave our school because we saw you on footage molesting a young lady, a 14-year-old young lady, as they say. But before you leave, we want to give you 2 options. 1, we give you disengagement benefits, and then you can live in peace, and we'll write you a good recommendation. All you have to do is to sign that you are guilty of what we are accusing you of. Ada refused. Say, how can you say that? I'm not guilty of it. If you want to dismiss me, then give me some good reason for dismissal. But don't say I'm a rapist. Don't say I molested someone. If you indeed have proof of what you are claiming, then show me. Go and report me instead of offering me a deal. If I'm guilty of this, go and report me. This happened a long time ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. They're only waiting now to address this because Ada has made this case to the police. Because now Mr. Pull the Trigger and other concerned activists, they have taken on this case and they want to fight for justice for Ada. If we do not fight justice for this brother, this is going to happen to another person. There are so many people that have gone through this dilemma, that have gone through this madness, and they did not have a voice. Right now, they are still bleeding. Right now, they are still being held hostage. Because all they wanted was for Ada to sign and admit that he's guilty of molestation and rape. And if any day tomorrow Ada would want to raise his concerns or would want to expose certain things that he saw in Dunamis, in Eneche's church, they will say, Baba, we have you on record. Baba, remember this document that you admitted to having raped someone and molested someone. We'll use it against you. That's blackmail. They want to blackmail this brother. They want to blackmail him and they want to silence him forever. That's what they wanted. Now they're using the law enforcement to silence him, to harass him, to intimidate him, to put him in a corner. Because when they bring a 14-year-old girl that they say this one is an underaged victim, he will move the body of jury easily. Her testimony alone will convince everyone that she was molested. He was touching her breast, her private parts, and all those kind of things. And they have him on record. Why are they not releasing the record? Once this girl just come with her word without evidence, she can convince the judge. She can convince the board of jury that Ada is guilty. Yet the man is not guilty. These men can pay any amount of money if they want to throw you under the bus. They can pay any amount of money. And who does Ada have right now? This is a man with a family. He only has you, he has me. To voice out and demand for his justice and put this bandit called Eneche to book. And Eneche has to compensate this man for the damage, the trauma that is caused to this family, for the defamation of character. If Ada is really guilty, he must be imprisoned. But why are they using different channels, dubious channels, and accusing a man without proof and evidence? This is the time that we put an end to all these people. If we don't fight justice, injustice to one is injustice to all. Now the question is, how many people have fallen victim to Eneche? To Eneche's blackmail. How many people is he blackmailing right now? Eneche and his wife. How many? That's the question. Think about it, think through it. This brother deserves justice. He's appearing in court tomorrow and your voice counts. Share this message. Let these clowns that are submitting to this man called Eneche also open their eyes. That they are serving this brutal man. This is surviving Eneche's and Becky's brutality. These people are in survival mode. Their fate is in the hands of Eneche and all the people that you could have bribed. If they wake up tomorrow, if the judge rules that this guy is guilty yet he's innocent, what's going to happen to his children, to his wife? Who's going to take care for them? Who's going to look after them? Falsely accused. Simply because these men, they have scores to settle. Simply because the whole world knows now the diabolic nature of this couple, Eneche and Becky. If I was Becky, I would be ashamed of myself right now. As of this moment, I would dismiss myself from leading that shrine and take a rest, take a break. You are caught on record. It's very embarrassing for a so-called woman of God, as you call yourself, to be caught on record trying to blackmail a brother. That let's negotiate a soft landing. Don't involve your lawyers. Withdraw this case. This is a disgrace to the Church of God. That's why we have to whip these charlatans one by one. But at the center of it all, let's all advocate for Ada's innocence, justice. Because the man is innocent. According to what has been presented so far, the man is innocent. This couple is just trying to blackmail the man. And they're trying to use their resources, their money, to put him in a corner so that he can just admit to a crime that he did not commit. But we shall not allow that to happen. We shall fight and we shall clean the Church of God. We shall protect to become victims. You fight for them, you defend for them today. Tomorrow it's you. Tomorrow you'll be in the same position and then you will relent. But it will be too late for you. Wake up, Church of God. Justice for Ada and his family. So till I meet you again, I'll give you an update as we hear more about what is happening and what is going on. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger. I'm out.